On this week's episode, Boise State's new athletic director, Kool-Aid theft, an interview about the rent here in Boise, and just for laughs, Bronco weddings, and living a plant-based lifestyle. These stories and more up next on Take One. Welcome to Take One. I'm Jordan Puckett. To no surprise, we got another story about a guy from Florida doing something stupid and getting caught. This time, we're talking about shoplifting. A Florida man used Kool-Aid packets to try and steal about $1,000 worth of merchandise from Walmart, and at the self-checkout, he concealed each packet in his hand, making it look like he was swiping, and therefore paying for items that were worth much more than the 24 cents that each Kool-Aid packet retails for. He paid a total of $24.44 for $999.13 worth of merchandise. But of course, he didn't get away with it. An employee recognized him from a previous attempt at shoplifting from the same Walmart at the same location and alerted the authorities. Some of the items he tried to make off with included a $248 scooter and $160 worth of batteries. He was charged for grand theft and shoplifting. With rental prices increasing, it's no wonder why that guy had to try and steal from Walmart. Marcos, can you tell us more about the possible changes to this issue?
Of course, Jordan. It's no surprise that the cost of rent in Boise has skyrocketed in recent years. A new bill in the Idaho legislature could do away with rental application fees and rental cost regulations. Joining us from the Arbiter to talk about the bill is staff writer Phoenix Dietz. Welcome. Tell us more about the bill.
Yeah, so House Bill 45, as it's called, would essentially make it so that cities and counties within Idaho can't regulate how much a landlord can charge for a rental application fee and security deposit. And this is because currently in Boise they're capped at $30, so this bill would remove that.
How could this bill affect students?
Well, so a lot of students in the area rent. That's their main living situation, and I think it would affect them a lot because not many students are in good financial situations with like tuition and any other thing like that, and so this bill would just be another hurdle for a student to get through in order to get a nice living situation by campus.
And what was the reaction from the state legislatures that you received?
The general consensus I got is that a lot of legislators that are against it feel that it's like adding insult to injury. I mean, we already have a really difficult housing crisis at the moment. The pandemic made that even worse, and then this is just kind of adding another element to that that's making it very difficult for renters in the area to have a home.
Well, thank you very much for stopping by. Be sure to check out Phoenix's article at arbiteronline.com. And now, let's talk sports with Jenna.
Thanks, Marcos. Boise State University recently announced Jeremiah Dickey as the new athletic director. Before coming to Boise State, Dickey served as Baylor's Associate Vice President for Athletics since February of 2017, after previously working at Houston for 7 years. Since being hired, he has stressed the importance of being a team player and is looking forward to meeting everyone involved with Boise State athletics. The El Paso native earned a bachelor's degree in sports management from the University of Texas in 2004 and a master's of sports science and coaching from Akron in 2018. This is very exciting for Boise State athletics to lead our school to success. So as always, go Broncos. Now, I don't know about you all watching from home, but I could sure use a laugh right about now. Let's take it over to the Spec with Michaela, Ryan, Eric, and Zemma. Thanks, guys.
So, have you been seeing these like sports trading cards that have just been going crazy lately on the internet? They're going for like thousands of dollars. There's like a LeBron James one. There's like
who's that?
You don't know who LeBron is?
I don't really know what sports are like in general. Like I'm not into that whole physical thing.
Sports at all?
No.
Okay.
No, but I do know about like the Pokemon trading cards, the little Japanese animals. You know about those? No. I guess we're just speaking different languages.
Yeah, but I will say like this is like the nicest thing anyone's ever said to me.
Yeah?
Like, I mean,
am I a nice co-host?
I mean, usually like every anchor's up here just.
Shut up and read, dude.
You don't have to be rude. You're
Run
up.
the clock.
Hey. You're up.
Okay. Trading cards have exploded in popularity in recent weeks due to a combination of new marketing strategies from card makers and collectors, looking at them as an investment instead of a hobby. Rare trading cards, and especially those connected to famous athletes, have been selling for millions of dollars. This boom in the market has caused thousands of new collectors to swarm game shops and grocery stores in the hopes of striking gold. Card packs all around the country are selling out almost as soon as they hit the shelves. Frankly, this all can sound a bit absurd to anyone not involved in the world of trading cards. It's hard to imagine anyone paying that kind of money for a piece of plastic. I mean, what's next? People investing millions of dollars in made-up currencies on the internet? Now that'll be the day.
If you or someone you know is getting married, consider getting married at Boise State. What better way to commemorate the best day of your life during the most fabulous 4 years of your life? Not only is it convenient for students, but it'll also let you show your Bronco pride. The campus has a gorgeous group of venue options such as the tiny Church Pine Albertson Stadium, the top of the Lincoln Garage that's been closed all semester for maintenance, the Maker Lab inside the library, the soccer field next to the Honors College, as well as the dumpsters behind Chapey Hall. Decorate your space with good old blue and orange and use the Bronco fight song instead of Here Comes the Bride as you walk down the aisle. Bronco cheerleaders and football players can be requested as bridesmaids and groomsmen, which checks both entertainment off your to-do list and celebrity. To get even more in the spirit, consider having Buster Bronco himself officiate the wedding and have Cowboy Cole, the t-shirt retrieving football dog, be your ring bearer. Exchange college class rings with blue sapphire or orange diamonds to tie the knot. After the lovely ceremony, you can easily do a buffet at the BRC, or something a little classier, reserve one of the other eateries on campus such as South Fork, Paddles Up Poke, Subway, or Papa John's Pizza. Finally, for your honeymoon send-off, ride in the iconic football helmet golf cart to your happily ever after. Happy wedding planning, Broncos!
Hey. So I'm, you hear about what's going on lately with all the... Boo! Okay.
Leave him alone, Ben.
So, airplane food freaking stinks in my...
Don't listen to him. You can do it, Eric.
Lately
sucks.
Okay, you know what? No, I'm not gonna take that. You know what really grinds the gears? Yeah, quitters, people who start something and then right in the middle of it just walk away like it never even happened, leaving everyone else behind to clean up the mess. Always complaining about how tough life is, and then they go and make it harder for everyone else? Get a grip, dude! You think I wanted this? I was fine playing UFC 4 and neglecting my homework every night, but no! Now I have to come in here and puke my problems all over the stage like anyone actually cares. Oh wait, I know. Maybe I'll just quit. Yeah, I'm sure they'll find a replacement, it's no big deal. No! This isn't a bakery! You don't get to have your cake and eat it too. You get your slice and you cherish it like everyone else. It's the cycle of life, okay? Airplane food does suck though. That's all.
I like that. That was better than anything Ben's ever read. Never thought I'd read a headline like this, but the plotline to Donnie Darko has officially begun, taking place in a Denver neighborhood this past Saturday. Some may remember the 2001 occult film Donnie Darko, involving a man-sized rabbit prophesizing Jake Gyllenhaal to save the world from an apocalypse after a jet engine crashes into his home. Well, this past Saturday, some Denver residents were alarmed by the boom of jet debris crashing into their homes and property from a malfunctioning United airliner. Some pieces being the size of cars. Luckily, no one was hurt, and the airliner landed safely. I wonder what apocalyptic omen will happen next.
This week on Hotspot, I wanted to address something near and dear to my heart for the last 5 years of my life: living a plant-based lifestyle. Okay, I'm sure that sentence already made a few of you roll your eyes and consider shutting down your browser, but come on, just hear me out. The first thing I want to say is, yes, I do get enough protein. I eat cage-free eggs, tofu, various beans, and surprisingly to most, a lot of vegetables are rich in protein as well. Who doesn't love a good artichoke? Second of all, no, I don't have to take a bunch of extra vitamins to keep me alive. Actually, my cholesterol levels are much lower than average. And other than my regular women's multivitamin, I'm healthier than your local carnivorous frat boy. Side note, I think just about anyone's healthier than Chad from Sigma Chi, who would willingly Zamboni a White Claw off of his kitchen floor after a cup falls over in Rage Cage. But besides the point. And third, it's honestly just gross. We pay people to farm and murder living beings with families that breathe and feel just like you and I do. As humans, we can survive without. So why not try? It's the healthier, more sustainable option. And over the last few years, I'm sure you've noticed how many more delicious, cruelty-free products there are available on the shelves of grocery stores. For me, it really just doesn't make any sense. But I'd love to have someone come up and defend themselves. That's why I have my roommate Kenzie Price with me here in the studio today. I'll give her a moment to talk about this subject.
Well, first, I wanted to thank you, Emma, for that lovely comparison of vegetarianism to licking seltzers off of a dirty floor. That really opened my eyes to the lengths people are willing to go in order to quench their thirst. Now, as a fellow omnivore and thinking about my meat-eating habits, the way I see it is, within our lives, there's a cycle of life and a cycle of death, which both intertwine. While yes, you can argue that eating meat is killing animals, plants are living as well, and by continuing to eat a plant-based diet, something is dying in order to feed you. Now, don't get me wrong, I do not support the cruel ways that some animals are fed and raised. However, there are many sustainable ways to go about consuming meat. You can consume meat from brands that pasture-raise their animals, allowing them to eat natural vegetation and not be confined to a cage. You can consume far less meat than the average person, as well as just simply reducing the amount of waste that comes from your food to ensure that your diet is sustainable. I was once vegetarian for about 5 months, and I did enjoy it. However, chicken strips were calling my name and simply had to answer. I think that we should all have the freedom to choose what we do and don't eat, as long as we're being environmentally conscious. With that being said, if you know me, you know I can't live without salmon and a good meatball. So unfortunately, I'm sticking this one out. And with that, I'll leave you with a bad joke.
Let's hear it.
What do you get when you cross a burger with a laptop?
I have absolutely no clue.
Big Mac.
And with that chilling testimony, I'm going to close out the segment by saying, go ahead and eat what you want when you want, but maybe think twice before biting into a dead, rotting carcass of a once sentient being before your next meal. Thank you.
Man,
Big Mac.
That joke was so bad.
I liked it. I thought that was pretty good.
Oh gosh. Well, you know, I get Zemma's point. I did try being vegetarian for a bit, but I didn't like it. But you know who's really into the vegetarian lifestyle that just grinds my gears?
Oh, it's got to be that Eric guy, right? Yeah.
He's like, thinks
Yeah.
he's so high and mighty because he's vegetarian. Like, Zemma doesn't put it in.
I'm sorry, were you saying something?
Oh.
No.
Hey, Eric.
Oh, because from under the table it sounded like some slander on my name.
Oh.
No, not at all. We really support what you're doing.
Yeah?
Honestly, yeah, it's really
You
good for the
support what I'm
environment.
doing?
Yeah, it's.
Yeah.
I'm
Well, I
proud
don't
of you. You're
support
making-
anything that you guys are doing. And I don't know why you're so confused that people yell at you on this show. Because you're honestly rude.
Maybe that should be your next rant.
Shush.
Let's send it back over to Jordan, Marcos, and Jenna in the 360 studio.
Thanks, guys. A new bill that would uplift all restrictions on gatherings in the state of Idaho has advanced to the Idaho Senate. The bill, titled HCR2, passed the House with a 55-15 vote and is currently in the Senate State Affairs Committee. If passed, the bill would do away with any restrictions put in place for gatherings in the state, such as sporting and music events. The bill's sponsor initially proposed the bill to allow high school students to participate in sports again. Currently, restrictions for large gatherings are capped at 50 people with proper physical distancing and use of masks.
Well, that's all the time we have for today. Once again, thank you to all of the crew and writers for this episode. I'm Jenna Vitamonte.
And I'm Marcos Guadarrama.
I'm Jordan Puckett. We'll see you next time on Take One.